Okay, let's talk about journaling. Are you torn between your love for tech and stationery? I have a little secret. You're not alone because I've been there too. And I should know, I'm a very unorganized person. I've always loved creative possibilities of stationery, but as someone who relies on tech for everything, I just knew there had to be a way to combine them both. And let me tell you, once I figured that out, everything changed. My name is Jazz, your stationery and tech best friend. What if I told you you don't have to choose between the two? In today's video, I'm gonna be sharing 5 creative ways to use stationery and tech together that will take your productivity and creativity to a whole nother level. Whether you're planning, journaling, or brainstorming, these tips will make your process way more efficient and a lot more fun. I'm spilling all my secrets, and I'll even share my favorite tools that'll make it much more easier. By the end of this video, you'll be ready to try these techniques for yourself. Okay, let's dive right in. The very first way you can use stationery and tech is by using a digital planner alongside your paper planner. This one completely transformed how I stay organized. And I should know, I'm a very unorganized person. Here's how I make it work. I use my digital planner on the GoodNotes app. Let me tell you, this app will change everything. GoodNotes handles my long-term goals and big picture planning. But for daily tasks, journaling, and creative reflections, I always turn to my paper planner. You've got to admit, there's just something so satisfying about putting pen to the paper. You know what I mean? Okay, let's take a look. On my iPad, I've created this monthly overview where I can track all my deadlines and key milestones. Then, in my paper planner, I break it down into actionable steps and keep it super personalized. It's a perfect balance between structure and creativity. Let me tell you, this combo works. Personally, it keeps me flexible and way more efficient. My digital planner keeps everything in sync across devices, while my planner lets me slow down and really connect with my creativity. Which I don't know if you realize, but as a creative, when you're not able to be creative, I don't know what it does, but you're just not the same, you know? So with this way, I'm not shoved into a box. I can think outside of the box and still be my creative self. If you've ever struggled to stay consistent with planning, definitely give this method a try. Let me know in the comments, are you team digital planner or are you team paper planner or are you team both? Now that we've covered digital and paper planning, let's talk about journaling. Spoiler alert, this next tip takes your journaling to a whole nother level. If you're like me and love to add a creative touch to your journals, this next tip is a total game changer. Hybrid journaling with a little help from tech. Here's how it works. I use apps like Canva and Pinterest to design aesthetic layouts, mood board, and even lettering templates digitally. Then I bring those designs to life in my personal journal. It's like having a blueprint for creativity. For example, I recently made this vision board on Canva with all of my goals for the new year. I printed it out, cut it to size, and I pasted it right here in my planner. And what's great is that I can still decorate with washi tape, stickers, paint pens, and even doodles. By doing this, I get precision and flexibility of digital tools, but I still get to enjoy the hands-on creative process of journaling and planning. Plus, it makes my journal spreads look so much more polished and cohesive. If you've ever felt stuck or uninspired when creating, try using a digital app to sketch your designs first. What's your favorite way to personalize your journal? Let me know in the comments because I love to try new ideas. Now that we've boosted your journaling game, let's shift gears into organizing your day-to-day life. If you're juggling a lot of tasks and need a system to work seamlessly. Tip number 3 is perfect. Combining digital and physical tools for ultimate organization. If you're someone who likes to stay on top of things, but find it overwhelming to track everything in one place, this one is for you. I use digital tools like Google and Trello to handle the big picture. For example, I plan out deadlines, appointments, and reoccurring tasks digitally because it's so easy to adjust things on the fly without having to write it down and then erase or white out. And then it makes your planner ugly. But for my daily priority or quick reminder, I always turn to physical tools like sticky notes, a desk planner, and even my whiteboard. Here's an example of how I do it. I block off work sessions and deadlines in Google Calendar so I get notifications on my phone or laptop. On my whiteboard, I map out my top 3 priorities for the day. By doing it this way, it keeps me focused every time I glance at it. And for quick thoughts, I grab my sticky notes, and once I'm done with the task, I crumble them up, which is like satisfying ASMR. This method works because it gives me a layered approach. Digital tools keep my long-term plans organized, while physical tools keep me present and motivated throughout the day, because who doesn't like writing with new stationery? Plus, it's a great way to avoid digital overwhelm while still staying productive. Pro tip, if you've never tried combining these tools, start small. Use a whiteboard for your daily to-dos or sticky notes for quick wins. What do you think you'd use more, digital tools or physical ones? Now let's talk about creativity and brainstorming. This next tip is for all of my artistic visual learners like me. You're gonna love this one. Let's switch gears and talk creativity. Tip 4 is all about using stationery and tech together for brainstorming. And trust me, this combo makes idea generation so much fun. When I'm brainstorming new ideas, whether it's for content, projects, or goals, I like to start digitally. I use Procreate and Canva to sketch out rough drafts or create mood boards. Then I transfer those ideas into my notebook, where I can refine and expand on them with doodles, notes, or even diagrams and stickers. For example, when I was planning this video, I used my iPad to create a quick mind map of all the tips I wanted to share. Once I had the structure, I moved into my notebook to expand on it and finalize it with detailed notes and colorful highlights to organize all of my crazy thoughts. This works so well because digital tools gives you the flexibility to try so many new ideas and new layouts. You get to erase your mistakes, undo, redo, quickly move things around, and so much more. Then when you switch to paper, it feels more personal and grounded. You're essentially connecting with your ideas on a much deeper level. Here's a bonus tip. Use sticky notes for smaller brainstorming ideas or rearranging sections of a bigger project. It's like creating a puzzle you can physically move around. Question, are you more of a digital brainstormer or a pen and paper thinker? Or maybe both? What's your favorite way to brainstorm? Now that we've covered brainstorming, planning, journaling, and organizing, let's wrap things up with tip number 5, my go-to method for tracking goals and staying consistent. Tip number 5 is all about tracking goals using both tech and paper. And it's my personal favorite way to stay consistent and motivated. I like to think of my tech tools as my big picture trackers and my paper tools as my daily motivators. For example, I use Trello to map out my long-term goals for the month or quarter. It's perfect for creating categories, adding deadlines, and keeping everything organized. But for my daily habits, like drinking water, working out, or journaling, even appointments, I use a personal habit tracker in my planner. That includes my reading goals as well. Here's how I do it. In Trello, I've created a board with different lists for monthly, weekly, and daily goals. I love how easy it is to drag and drop tasks when things change. Because I don't know if you're like me, but things change a lot in my day, and I need the flexibility to be able to move things around. Then in my planner, I use a simple grid habit tracker where I can color in boxes for each goal as I complete it. It's so satisfying to see the colors fill up and you feel so much more motivated. This method keeps me accountable in 2 ways. 1, tech tools give me structure and reminders, while my physical tracker gives me that visual boost of progress. It's the perfect balance between functionality and motivation. Here's a pro tip. Make your physical tracker fun to use. It won't work unless you personalize it. Add stickers, doodles, and even rewards for completing your goals. Like a little treat or break when you hit a milestone. For me, it's shopping. I want to hear from you. How do you personally like to track your goals? Do you stick with digital tools, paper trackers, or both? You know I love hearing from you guys, so make sure you leave that comment below because I like to try new things. And you have to remember, what works for one person might not work for you, and that is okay. That's why it's important to try everything. So there you have it. 5 creative ways to combine stationery and tech to make your planning, journaling, and goal tracking routines more productive and inspiring. From digital planning to hybrid journaling, organizing, brainstorming, and goal tracking, all of these tips completely transform how I work. And I hope they do the same for you. Now I want to hear from you. What tip are you most excited to try from the 5? Or do you have a favorite trick for combining stationery and tech? Let's chat in the comments. And yes, I try to respond to all of you guys because y'all are my besties. If you found this video helpful in any way, don't forget to like and subscribe and share it with another planner and tech lover. And if you're looking for more inspirational videos, definitely check out my other videos and shorts for more ideas. Next time, I'll be sharing how you can spice up your planner even if you think your life is boring. You don't want to miss it. All right, besties, gotta go. Bye.